Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the workshop. It's great to have you here. Today is part 3 of working on a cane sword. It's back to the lathe for me, but before we do that, let's thank our sponsor. Today's sponsor is GlassesUSA.com. They're all about providing you with high-quality prescription glasses at a very affordable price. They do this by cutting out the middleman and by not having a brick-and-mortar store that you gotta take time out of your day to go to and try on all sorts of different glasses and see which one you like. And you don't need to pay for the brick-and-mortar, because it's online. So you're saving money and you don't lose out on the benefit of being able to try on the glasses, because GlassesUSA.com has a virtual try-on feature. So simply by using your webcam, you can try on every one of the 4,000 frames that they have in stock at up to 70% off normal retail price. These are the Westerns in tortoise. They're my personal favorite. These are the Muse M890, the Miles in blue, and the Westerns in black. You can add almost any type of prescription to almost any type of frames, including sunglasses. And so be sure at the end of the video to go check out GlassesUSA.com. My link in the description for a special offer. Thank you, GlassesUSA.com, for sponsoring this video. Let's jump back in. The lathe is currently a mess. I used the lathe on some shredded cash when we did our Patrick Adair collab, and got shredded cash and resin everywhere, which hugely terrible to do to this beautiful piece of equipment, but that's okay. I'm gonna clean it off, I'm gonna get all the chips out of the bottom, and then we're gonna be able to get back to work. Since it's been about 2 millennia since we've worked on this, we're working on the ferrules for our cane sword that are gonna allow the sword to go in and pop in and still be able to pop out and separate. Right, let's make a thing! We've got it parted off. It's now time to draw down our tenon section. We've got a dull insert, and I don't think I've talked a lot about dull inserts. So let's do it. So what we have here is a carbide insert. This is what does the cutting. I've explained why that does the cutting, and that's because carbide is super duper hard. It doesn't mean that it doesn't dull, however. And so we're gonna pull it out and get a sharp edge. Now, how do I know it's dull? I started taking that cut there in that beautiful slow-mo sequence, and we got this huge burr, and it actually pushed me off the workpiece. And I think it's a good bet that it could be our inserts dull. The way they make these is you actually have 4 cutting surfaces for one tool holder. We've used all 4 cutting edges. So it's time for a new one. And though these things don't look like they will cut the living daylights out of you if you are not careful. But it pops on. And by tightening this screw, we get that pin to lock it into place. And that's a layman's explanation for how to change some indexable tooling. Okay. This workshop is freezing. It was snowing over the weekend, some more snow fell last night. It is the 1st of October. It's October and there's already snow here in Montana. And for the first time in a while, we're gonna get the heater turned on. I turned it on yesterday. You just ruined my bit? Yeah. Apparently the heater was turned on yesterday by Will. I didn't get to do the honors. What I am doing now is diamond lapping it. I've never done this before in my life, but we got it to fit after way more struggling than you saw in the video, but it was still pretty tight. This hole here had got oval, presumably from clamping it too hard, and so it made the fit way more complex than I would like. I took some diamond paste, put it on here, and as a layman to accuracy, I have no idea if I'm doing this the right way. This happens to be 6 micron diamond compound. And the idea from me, somebody that has no idea what he's doing, is that the abrasive in this paste is gonna mean that these 2 parts will work together and get ourselves a really nice, smooth, neat fit. Okay, for all my enthusiasm, it's now got stuck and I can't get it off. I have got this stuck on here so many times in the last half hour. We could have made a whole video about this getting stuck and me trying to get it off. Fire! Oh, I'm sure we've now glued the diamond paste to it, and there's no chance of it ever coming off. This is not good. That thing is tight on there. I tried heating it up to expand the outer ring. and it's just not coming off. How am I this stupid? I just spent a long time trying to get the thing off, and there was a hole in it, and I could just punch it out if I flipped it around. You know what, Will? I just worked out why it's so cold in here.
We are the dumbest people alive.
Oh! I was hoping there was going to be one stupid thing and then I'd do a smart thing.
Oh.
You know, I was just waiting for it. I'm like, okay, well, this stupid thing, well, I didn't plan on doing the stupid thing, but I thought at least we could do a smart thing after the stupid thing, and now look what we realized. We have not turned on the gas.
Don't.
It's feeling much warmer in the workshop. We've just had lunch. I had some great rice and chicken. It was delicious. What is good is over lunch, I got a call from the trucking company that is going to be delivering the belt grinders, our first batch of belt grinders. So exciting.
This is 4 pallets of Australian awesomeness.
These are the belt grinders that we have in the workshop. And there are a whole lot more of them. This is extremely,
you know, I think it's going to be
exciting.
like a big issue. What we're going to have to do is take them and flip them all over. Since they were packaged in Australia, they're all upside down. So we're going to have to take them out, flip them over, just before we can figure out exactly what's going on in here. One of the big issues from buying from Australia is
I forgot about that. So, Will, do we work or do we unpack?
For Will. It's for me. Will is my name. You know what it is?
I don't know what it is. Oh, I think I know what that is.
Some good old-fashioned Vegemite.
That's so funny.
Isn't that just hilarious?
That's so good. Vegemite.
Fragile. There we go. Freedom meters. That is great.
Wow.
Very good. Thank you, Ewan.
Thank you, Ewan. Thank you, Sarah. So, what is the story with these things? These are the grinders that we use in the workshop. They are from Australia. They're made by a friend of ours called Ewan at 84 Engineering. What they've done is they really have designed some phenomenal machines. They're brilliant. We use them, we love them. The small one, the 2x48, 2x48 steel grinder is the grinder that I used in the UK for a couple of years, and I remember unboxing it and thinking, how is this thing going to, you know, deal with big work, and just being blown away by it. And every time I use this equipment, I'm blown away by how good it is. And so that's why we go to the lengths to get it all the way from Australia to here in Montana, because it's the best. All right, let's get a grinder out. Look at that. What? This is a belt grinder.
That's awesome. Drive wheel, bolts.
For the size of this and for the price point, you have an unbelievably capable machine. This is so exciting to see these things fresh. Got a big old work rest. You have 2 different sized contact wheels. You have a slack belt. You have a flat platen. These things are ridiculously good, and you'll notice there's no motor on it. One of the troubles that I've had in the past, whenever I was buying belt grinders, and when I used to sell them, is you buy a machine and you buy it without the motor.
Or even, in the case of the first time I bought a belt sander, I bought the machine with the motor. Didn't know that it didn't come with the wiring already done or a cable for it. So it shows up, yes! I got my new belt sander, just spent 1,500 bucks on a belt sander, shows up, you got the motor, you got the machine. How do I plug it in?
It didn't even have a variable frequency drive on it either. You had to do it with pulleys.
Yes.
You don't know how to do the cables. You don't know how to do the plug. I never knew how to do any of this stuff. And one of the problems that I've done in the past, whenever I sold these things in the past, is I provided them to people and I just gave you links on where to go to buy the rest of the things that you need for this to be every bit as good as it is, which is you need a good motor and you need a good variable frequency drive to control the speed. And so what we're gonna do to hopefully make the experience of purchasing these things as pleasant, pleasurable, easy, and efficient as possible is we're not gonna be shipping machines without motors. We're gonna be getting the drives to control the speed, getting the motors, and we're gonna be doing all the wiring together so that you don't have to do it.
Plug and play.
Plug and play. You unbox a couple packages, you bolt the motor to the machine, and you plug and play. And it's exciting because the whole goal of all of this is I want to be able to get the best products to people. Ugly dougly. So we are back in the workshop and back to hopefully get some work done. You remember, the last time we were here in the workshop, I was being very stupid, and we just removed our stuck parts from one another. What appears to have happened is it has galled, and that's why I got stuck. Somehow, some metal got pulled up, and it did indeed galled the inside here. So I've got to find a way to get the rag clean, then it's gonna work, and then it's time for the mill. I need to put a hole in this. I should have done this earlier, but I forgot. We're gonna do that now. Okie dokie! It's a new day, it's a new morning. And how do those typically start? Well, they typically start with some emails, some business things. I got some things I need to print off. A little meeting here in a second. A few more emails. Will is here. So yeah, I'm gonna crank out a few emails, and then it's back to the parts for the sword dagger. Cane sword. Dagger. The cane sword is what we're working on. You know what? I think we need some coffee. Calling about forklifts. Hi there, how's it going? This is Alec Steele. We're in the market for a forklift. It was a good call. Forklifts are definitely expensive. I wish this wasn't entirely normal. Let's finally get something physical done. Oh, I've got an idea. While I clean off the mill, why don't I tell you a little bit about a recent collaboration I did. Back in August, I went down to Texas and I hung out with the one and only Bobby Duke. And we made something pretty cool, and here are a few clips from my time there. Bobby has done a full video of us making this wooden sword. It's on his channel. It went up a while ago, and it is one of, you know, it's weird to say something's funny and good to watch when you're in it. I know that's weird, but I just laughed the whole way through. It's a hilarious video. Bobby's videos are phenomenal, and I really hope that you go and check them out. I'm gonna leave a link to our video down below. Go have a look. Go subscribe to Bobby. It was a great time. So the setup that we have here is we have two V-blocks here in the vise, but since these V-blocks are so tall, you can't actually clamp on them very well without something at the bottom, and so I took a transfer punch, slapped it between the two at the bottom, clamped it down, hammered down on the top, and there we go. That is the male part of our ferrule in place. This here is a stare at center finder, and I'm gonna use that while the machine is spinning to find that hole. That is gonna be our home point. We can plug it in to the digital readout, and we can then work off of that known position to do the rest of the machining, to open up a hole for the tang, for the sword. Because yes, we're actually working on a sword. I know, it's easy to forget about. No! This isn't much use as a milling cutter. And the rest of it has just completely disappeared. I think it just exploded in there, because I went in with tweezers and I couldn't find the rest of that 3mm cutter. So that really sucks. No! Again! Ah, it happened again. Oh no. Well, I think that part is just fed up of being in the mill. I wasn't recording. Time to do it again.
Hey Will, what do you reckon?
I reckon a lot of things. What's this?
These are some parts.
Whoa,
One
this
of
is
those,
the first time that I'm seeing these. That's amazing.
one of those parts there needs you to do some of your magic and do a little tang fitting. I roughed that on down and out.
I think we might need to do a little bit more milling in there before I can do any tank fitting.
Oh, so no, we can't do any more milling, Will, because I snapped the end mill off. So we now no longer have end mills that would suit, so it's gonna have to all be filing and...
You're good at filing. I have an idea. Let me show you my idea. So my idea was as follows.
Don't want to use a burr to do it either.
That was my idea. I was gonna draw some lines and then just use a burr. We can drill it.
Let's do that.
What's your idea? Drill a bunch of holes, then file it, or drill 2 holes, file in between?
Probably just 2 holes on either side and I'll be able to get in with a needle file after that.
And once we do all of that, we're then gonna have to harden these pieces,
Oh,
because they're Damascus.
lovely.
And after that, we'll then finish and polish everything up, ready for etch.
It's my fidget spinner.
Oh! Fidget spinner 2.0, the new craze hitting the internet today. Not quite. What is hitting the internet today, however, is the end of this video.
My fist.
We're gonna be pushing our videos, you know, a little more in the vlog side of the pendulum than we are in, you know, how things have been in the last few months. Because what we wanna do is we wanna bring you guys along with the journey of a whole lot more of what's happening. And I worry that we've missed sharing some of those details in the past months. So the videos coming up are gonna feature more of the day-to-day, more of what's happening, because we're building alongside this existing business, though same business, second business, essentially next door. And this is scary and exciting stuff. And so hopefully it's entertaining to you guys. We're gonna be making more progress on this hopefully soon, but as we end the video, we're gonna thank our sponsor. As I said in the beginning, guys, today's sponsor was GlassesUSA.com. They cut out the middleman, saving you up to 70% off retail prices. Check them out in the description for a special offer. These are the Westerns in Tortoise.